Hi there, good morning. It's been a while and welcome to my bedroom. This is my side, so you don't get to see the pretty blue stuff, but you do get to see my fiance's pretty pink stuff. Hi, Biku. Little puppy right here. And that's Hazel right here, and Echo back here, and Scotty's on the floor, as she always is. I'm coming to you like this because I have thought of a new strategy. Thank you. Because I'm not allowed to film while I am at work, totally understandable. I have a very interesting job. What I'm going to do instead is I'll come to you like this in the morning and say, all right, these are the things that I want to get done today. So while I'm at work, there are two things that I want to get done today. Two separate art things. Excuse me, ma'am. Please and thank you. So the first one is I want to work on my challenge for this year. I was very sick in February, so I got very behind literally in February. But so I'm going to do it split. So I'm going to do a big goal and a little goal. So my big goal is to get all of March done. I have it divided up in weeks because that was the thought process. These are just little sketches. So like this was the end of February. February was feet. January was noses. That's my favorite nose. I did so well with it. But yeah, it's just little things because I noticed when I was March's hands. Easy for me actually. I have a method. But because while I was doing, there's Scott Sava, while I was doing this specifically last year's challenge of just sketching people, I had the issue of, well, some of them just don't look quite. Nelson Mandela is a great example of that. Like, their facial structure and stuff didn't look like it meshed. So what I'm doing is that I broke it all down for this year's challenge. And what I am doing is that I am doing individual pieces. So again, January was noses to get structure and all that stuff. February was feet because feet are weird, that sort of thing. I even did some shoes and sandals and stuff. Again, these are just sketches for me. And then March is hands. Let's see what April is. April is eyes. See, I haven't even gotten to it. But the whole point is to just practice. So my big goal is to finish March. My little goal is to just do one page. So 1 week worth of practice. Please don't eat my pencils. You eat pencils. Let's not. So that's the first one. Didn't mean to move that. Second goal that I'd like to do is get the entire sky done on this. So this is actually embroidery on canvas. I don't know. I mean, there was one TikTok back in 2021 where this woman, all of my TikToks have been suspended because I look under the age of 13. But it was one of the first people that I followed, and it was so neat because she would paint a canvas and then she would sew various things on it, like hummingbirds and water lilies and that sort of thing. It was very abstract, and all I could think was, what if I just sewed a canvas? So this has been my little project for the past month. I've been very much on and off on this one. This has been very slow going because I've literally just been like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and work on, distraction. So my big goal for this, finish the sky. My little goal for this, finish the next color. So I'm actually going from darkest to lightest for the sky because I know that the lighter colors are going to take up more. So that's what I did there. And I have all of the blues in my little sewing kit, in my Ghosty Mini. It's my favorite literally my favorite because it fits my scissors. Here, I'll bring them closer. My fancy flower scissors. They kind of look like thistles. They're not. They're daisies, but it's okay. But it's rose gold. Very sharp shears. I've got my threads. My puppy last night, he decided that thread was a good thing to put in his mouth, so I had to redo all of these. Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. Sorry, my needle was within those, but not in anything, on anything. It holds all of my pins. It has a magnet bottom, so I can do that. And then also, don't go anywhere without measuring tape. It's so funny. I literally do not go anywhere without measuring tape. It works for my job, and it works for anything that I'm doing. But yeah, it fits everything so wonderfully and so perfectly. I like to put my scissors in first because after the measuring tape. because I don't want these two things to become connected, because unfortunately that little magnet is a little bit on the strong side. So this is my darkest blue. It's already on there, as you can see. Second darkest is there. So this one is going to be the blue that's going to take up the most, and here's my lightest blue. There we go. So again, big goal is to have all the blues done today. Little goal is to just get the next color on. Like, it doesn't even have to be fully done. Just get it on. Anyway, I will see you all this evening, and we'll see how far I got. Bye. Hello again. So my update for today is that I didn't get anything done art-wise because when I went to get my embroidery floss, I tangled it up, and it is still not completely untangled, but it is a lot closer than it was when I originally accidentally tangled it. There's that, and a lot of things happened today. It was crazy. I had to steward, and then as I was driving there, my mom called me and was like, hey, your dad's in the ER. And being halfway across the country from my family is a lot for me. So he had emergency surgery. He's doing fine now, but I didn't get anything done. That's okay, I have tomorrow. See you then. Hello again. It is the evening of the 29th, and I did that. Still was untangling the thread a little bit, but I thought about it for a while, and I was like, I could just cut it where it is, literally cut my losses of the thread, and then keep going. So that is what I ultimately decided to do. And this blue is going to be the main blue, so I'm trying very hard to use it as frugally as possible. But I am proud of myself for getting at least another color of blue. And it does wrap around. This is not pretty, but here you go. That's what the back looks like. Yeah, proud of it. Gonna go put it back in my bag before I forget. But yeah, I guess the goals continue. I still haven't touched my little sketchbook, but I feel like that's less pressing. Don't ask me why, but yeah. But I also had a lot of things happen at work today. I got pulled one place, and I got pulled to another, and then I had to do stuff for a couple of hours, and it was crazy. But I got a little bit on, so it's a win in my book. See you tomorrow. Hello again, friends. It is Sunday, May 4th. I'm getting ready to go to work. As you can tell, it's kind of more of a dreary day. Thank goodness for the rain. We live in Florida, and this is the first big rainfall we've had all year. It's kind of crazy to think about that because, you know, we live in a swamp, and swamps should have more rain. Anyway, I did not do anything over the weekend because it was my birthday, and then also because I was sleeping. I'll be honest. I was very tired. But today I have the same goal of at least filling out something of my sketchbook and then doing a little bit of my canvas embroidery thing. Anyway, yeah, so let's see how I did at the end of today. See you then. And we're back. It is the evening of May the 4th. And I got quite a bit done. As you can see, there's blue on this side, and I did quite a bit of blue over here. Sorry, my cat is one of my cats. Because I haven't been home at all today. She just wants some loves. Yes, cookies and cream. Good kitty. And I also got a little bit of some art stuff done. So I didn't complete the month of March, so I already had this page done, but I did these two. So that is progress. And so tomorrow my goal is to finish, goodness, hey, don't tear up my couch, please, is to finish the month of March at the very least. That's my little goal for this this. And then my big goal for this is to start on April's thing. I think it was eyes. I have it written down in the booklet. And then my little goal is to, hi kitty cat. My little goal for this one is to complete this little section right here. I don't know what I'm gonna do here because of the way that the back works. I may just leave it bare. I may just be like, you know what? It's a white top, I don't know, and a white bottom, I don't know. But definitely to finish up this little section right here. That's my little goal. My big goal is to get more blue just on the sky in general. But we're moving on this stuff. Feels good to move on the projects. Yes, Cream. Yes, now we can cuddle. Bye. Hello again. It is May 5th, and here is what I got done. I got my March sketches done, so that's great. I'm on April, which I was correct. It's eyes, and I added more blue. So now these sides are done. I think I am just gonna keep it white, like a nice cool white border on both the top and the bottom. But yeah, I completed this and then I needed more thread. So that was what I was in the middle of prepping, was more thread before I had to clock out. So it's slowly but surely getting done. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh goodness. Okay. But yeah, and suddenly more of our living room is able to be seen. This is kind of nice. Sorry, I'm kneeling over here. But anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow. I'll have my big and little goals set by then. Bye. Hello and welcome to my update for May 7th. I got a lot done. Actually, I am almost completely done with the sky. So I decided that because of how the canvas works, that I am just going to let it have the white be like lines. It just seems like it would look cool. So yeah, that's what I'm doing there. But I got all of that one color of blue on, and then I'm adding back in some darker tones, and then I will be adding in the highlights once I'm done with the slightly middle dark tone. But yeah, I got pretty much that all done, and that is huge. Anyway, see you next week, I guess. Hello, today is Monday, May 19th. Woo! Yesterday was technically the start of the week. I did not say any big goals or little goals or anything yet, but I did get to work on this today, and the sky is almost complete. I am so excited. I just have a little bit more going on this edge over here, and then it's done. It's donezo. Hello, Scotty. The like skyline does angle down. I don't know if y'all can see that. Hi, Scotty Woo. Hi, Puppy Bruno. Oh, thank you. So that's why it's like skinnier here and thicker here. Anyway, big goal for tomorrow, finishing off. No, that's a little goal because I only have a couple of stitches. Little goal for tomorrow is to stitch this stuff so it's even and flat and all that. Big goal is to finish the chain stitches. Sorry, it's hot outside. Chain stitches for the sunflowers. See us. Alrighty, it is Tuesday, May 20th, and as you can see, I got my sky done, and I started on some chain stitches for the sunflower stalks. And yeah, chain stitching is a lot harder than I remember it being. At least just to remember that that's what you were doing. But yeah, here we go. See you tomorrow for updates. It is Wednesday, May 21st, and look at how much of this I got done. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I just had a sweet tea. I am doing chain stitches, and I'm remembering that I'm doing chain stitches. So hey, look, it's already prepped, ready to go. But yeah, look at how good this is coming out. And this is just one color so far. I haven't even gotten with the other two green colors. I haven't made the leaves. I haven't made the fields in the back, you know, like this is coming along really well. I love this. Anyway, see you on Saturday. Hello again. It is Monday, May 26th. Happy Memorial Day. I didn't work on either of my regular projects. I actually had to pause and work on my weekly, here it is, sorry. My weekly notebook, and I didn't even get it done because I got pulled today. And so I didn't have the normal time that I have in the beginning of the day to do it. So I'm about, I'm 2/3 of the way done. Just got a couple more journal entries essentially to do. This is my keep up with it notebook. So I have art, reading, oh Jesus, sorry. It goes art, reading, social media, sewing, the house, and journal entries. And I've done this for 3 years now, and it's one of my favorite things to do. I'm just a day late on it because I normally do it on Sundays, and I didn't go to work yesterday because I was in a lot of pain. But that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, so no update on those, but I did get most of the way done with this. See you tomorrow. Hello, today is Wednesday, May 28th, and I am dropping things. I finished up the leaves on my little sunflowers, and I was also commissioned by someone to make something very similar but better, because I already know what I'm going to do different, because this is, again, just a test of what I can do / how to work with this kind of thing. But yeah, so that was cool. It's amazing what life is like. Hello, it is Scotty flying through the air. It is Saturday, May 31st, and here is my update. I thought Wednesdays was gonna be the last one for May, but today is. And look, I've got some green on the sides. And something else I did is that I just prepped a bunch of different green fabrics, threads, embroidery floss, whatever the heck you want to call it, so that I can just start sewing. So I've got 4 different colors times 3, that's 12 things. Hello, Scotty. Oh, she found cardboard. Anyway, I thought Wednesday was the final day, so I'm gonna let Wednesday me say goodbye. Like and subscribe. Love y'all. Stay safe. But yeah. See you. Oh, this would be the last video of this month. Oh my gosh. Looked like at the beginning of the month, which I know not much of the blue was done, or none of the blue was done, and we didn't have any stems. So that's progress, especially since I'm only working on it on work days. So, hey. Anyway, see you next month. Like and subscribe, I guess. I don't know. Crazy, isn't it? But take care of yourself. Please stay safe.